Hello and welcome to Fearless Motivation by Mental Stamina video number 57. Can you believe it, guys? I'm almost finished another chapter. So at this time next week, I will be wrapping up my sixth chapter, and I've only got 4 chapters to go. So yeah, 60, 70, 80, well actually 5 now that I think about it, but that won't stop me, because like when things get rough, guys, like you're just gonna see the animal and the beast come out in me like non-stop. Like I've said to people, like if everything were good, you'd have no cause to be passionate about life. So I started this video off with just a shot of my water bottle, just because like I thought maybe I'll have some water before I shoot this video, because as usual I get disappointments like dealt in my life, and it's just like seems like shit just keeps wanting to come my way to challenge my resolve and challenge my professionalism. But hey guys, I'm not gonna hold it against anybody, because I'm just gonna learn from the lesson. I'm gonna become stronger, and I'm gonna beat them at their own game, because my personal resolution that I give is negativity does not get to win. The enemy does not get to win. I believe in God. He is the creator of the universe, and he will deal with enemies in his own due time. So the way it works, guys, is God didn't promise that there would be no struggles. He promised that he would take you through all the struggles so you would become struggle-proof or fire-proof. So that is the way our God works, and then he just makes you stronger as a result of that. So yeah, I figured I would just give a bit of a basis before I actually get into this video, tell you what it's all about, because like I see, like even before this, I was watching Impact Wrestling, and I see Rich Swann, and he just says, "Oh, I have to retire. My leg got re-injured, and because the doctor told me, oh, it may change your life." And I just said, oh, because like I guess he got a leg injury, or got injured, and then it got re-injured again. Well, shocker, shit always happens to ambitious people to challenge them, to find out their resolve. So don't give me some victim mentality bullshit that I can't achieve this. We live in North America, we have jobs, we have shelter, we have a stable government, we have a lot of friggin' things going for us. So your positivities or anything for you is a lot greater than anything that comes against you guys. So I hope you understand. Like I even took the initiative just to walk out to Lansbury Park so you guys get a nice little scenery, because like I'm not gonna sit in my apartment and make like a bunch of like bullshit excuses of why I can't achieve something, because like I know I can achieve it, and I know I'm gonna get there, because like I just dig my head down, or up to the clouds, whatever you want to take for it. I'm just gonna go for it irregardless of the challenges I'm presented with, and always become stronger, because that is what my whole podcast or like series is all about. Just Kaizen every day. That's why I end every podcast with that, because you got to become stronger every day, because every day you're going to be challenged. I think it would be a pretty boring life if we weren't challenged every day. Oh, yep, no struggles again. Everything's super duper. Nobody goes to the well when everything is good, guys. Like, that is just a secret on life. So, like, I actually kind of like the challenges, because I'm just going to get stronger for that. But anyways, guys, let's finally get into the video, because I just got really worked up when I get faced with stuff. And, like, I guess my state is okay, but it wasn't okay Friday. And like some people, they want to judge me. I'm like, fine, judge me. You don't know a damn thing about me. But anyways, guys, I don't want to get negative, but like I just like to talk about something. I don't like things to fester inside me and like let them boil deeply. And I always like to get things out. So with all that being said, this video will be all about adrenaline. So I am a complete junkie on this neurotransmitter. I cannot sleep until all actions are achieved. Even today, I woke up on my couch a little confused from all the professionalism I exhibited this past week. Once again, like I just said in this initial 5-minute rant, I had an unfair situation occur at work. At least this time, I got a reason for not having a full schedule this week. First, I was notified Tuesday. Oh yeah, here's another one that was just randomly brought to my attention. I can't wear colored shirts at work. So on the multiple times that I did wear colored shirts, it wasn't an issue. But because I always take action and I ask questions and I push forward, now it's an issue. And apparently management can only wear red. I won't refer to my company or anything personal, but it's just a thing I say. So when I'm informed of this, I agree, I comply, but I just say, I just said, I wasn't aware of this. So on the multiple occasions you did look at my uniform, why did this all of a sudden come to issue? So when I get my meeting on Wednesday, I'll be like, is there a particular clause in our collective agreement where it says that management wears this color? Because if there is, that's cool. But I'm going to abide by it either way because that is my management's decision. Because when you buck against the system, guys, it's really not going to work out your way, because unless there's solid backing behind you, it's really not going to work out your way. But luckily, I have a union job, so the union always fights my battles. I think a lot of past grievances are just harbored because I'm a supplicant. I was rehired by the union, so they're always just looking for some small reason to get me kicked out of the company for one reason or another. But anyways, guys, like I said, that's so that situation is just water under the bridge to me. And let's get to the actual situation that occurred. That is the reason I don't have a work schedule this week. So basically I get a call from my manager on Friday, and so I'll start from the beginning, actually, guys. So on Wednesday, basically an irate customer comes into the branch and starts verbally assaulting another customer who was actually disabled. And she started and then at which time one of the bank tellers can you please step in? I say absolutely. So I try to get to the bottom of the situation. Eventually it's determined that the branch employees would one of the clientele to leave. So at which point I ask the clientele to leave. She eventually agrees to leave the branch, and then I make sure she leaves, and then I return to my guard duties. But here's the thing, guys. A lot of the bank employees think they know my job, and it's always curious when people get offended for stuff. They think they know the offending part, the officer's rights. So as a security officer, I cannot physically touch another individual. All we can do is observe and report. So you cannot physically remove somebody unless they physically touch you first. This is called the use of force theory, which I have studied and I'm somewhat familiar with, but I'm open to always learn more. So I'm interested for our meeting on Wednesday when these questions will be asked. So, like I was saying, guys, when the client that was initially kicked out decides to come back and yelling through the exit door more obscenities, I make the decision, well, let's get that door locked so she does not come back. At which point she decides to start banging on the glass and issuing verbal threats to the individual we are protecting who is disabled inside the bank. So I make the decision, let's call the police, let's get this handled because it is disrupting bank operations. First, I tell one of the bank tellers my train of thought. He says, relay with the bank manager and see that if that's what she would like done. I go into her office. I tell her the situation. She says, I will handle it. I stand there while she calls the police. So, and we watch the situation all go down. At which point, we lock all the doors and make sure no further bank clientele come into the bank. So, until the situation is finally resolved, when the disabled client says, oh, can I please leave the bank because I feel my safety will be fine. At which point it was determined we cannot hold her against her own will if she feels she is safe. So we do allow her to exit the branch. At which point I confer with a few employees, and one actually told me that, hey, you did a good job. But I do see a line of people outside, and at which point I asked some of the bank employees or the management, can I open up the door and let the clientele in? And they agree, yes, Rob, let them in and let's continue on our day. About 45 minutes later, the police do decide to finally arrive, taking their sweet time, and they just get a report from bank employees who rush over to the exit door, unlock it, and say, hey, and give the report. I'm standing just out of earshot because I walk over because I'm interested, because it is part of my job duties to get it done and just talk to them about it. And I just get the update. And then even after the police leave, the bank employees make a small comment. Oh yeah, they're 45 minutes late. Like, what the hell? But anyways, so at which point I think, okay, yeah, good job done. Anyways, so after I get let go on my shift 15 minutes early by the bank manager, who I assume just thought I did a good job, she goes, oh yeah, I think you can leave now. You've done good work. Or I forgot what the comment was. I guess she was being sarcastic at this moment. So I do leave thinking quite high that I handled a good situation. So, and then I'll just provide you a bit of more background. So I decide to go up to Shoppers. I see a guy sleeping outside of Shoppers. I'm like, hey, I'll see if this guy's all right and make sure, because I like to make sure people are all right and get everything done and situated away, guys, because it turns out the guy was just sleeping out there. He was a bit of a vagrant and he was homeless. But that's just the sideways thing. And actually, coincidentally, there was a police car that rolled up there before I showed him there, and he goes, oh yeah, he can stay there just as long as he's awake. So I was like, okay, cool. But anyways, at this point, I'd already been staying for 7.5 hours, and I'd gotten the situation taken care of. So let's go over to Thursday, guys. So Thursday, one of my supervisors arrives. She does a little check, and she just said, oh, how are things going? I said, great. I tell her about the incident that happened the following day, talk about all my actions that occurred, and then after I finish it, she agrees and is about to head out before the bank manager grabs her and says, oh, can I speak to you for a moment? I get a little bit suspicious, but I have to continue my work ethic, so I just keep going about it. But then afterwards, throughout the day, when I call into dispatch and I find out there is no work schedule away from me, I am suspicious. Like, what's going on? What have I done wrong now? Because it seems every week, guys, I'm always fighting with dispatch to get a next week's schedule. Getting back to, for an unforeseen reason, that my company does not seem to like me very much. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get that dealt with on Wednesday, and this is my video just to get it expelled from my system, because I don't hold on to negativity. I don't like being miserable. The old catchphrase, misery loves company. I don't. I want to be happy every day, ambitious, and always go forward. You'll see how quickly, when you say something negative to me, how quickly I react and be like, oh, that's terrible, let's dwell on that and let's live forever in that negativity. That will not ever happen to me, guys. So, like I was saying, after Thursday finishes up and I still don't have a schedule, I did not sleep well, guys. I was up at 5 a.m. thinking to myself, oh, what the hell did I do wrong now? So, anyways, I get in Friday after completing my morning ritual, and then I ask the associate manager, is there anywhere I can improve? Are you happy with my services? Immediately I get referred somewhat rudely to the branch manager, who says, oh yeah, it's the branch manager who will provide reviews to you. And be like, okay. So I ask her, and then I get a verbal promise by looking in my eyes, okay, I haven't forgotten about you, I will get to you, I'm just dealing with some business. My reply is, take your time, I have no problem with that. So throughout the day, it becomes apparent that she does not want to talk to me. But anyways, around 2:30, I get a call from my manager who says oh yeah, your situation was not properly diffused correctly, and also uniform violation. As a result, you have to go to another union meeting this Wednesday. And I said, okay. So, like, after this occurred, guys, I'm still on site, so I have to remain a certain amount of professionalism not to explode or go into the branch manager's office and confront her and ask, well, what's going on? I thought everything was good. Because, guys, that's not professional. Unless they ask you in there, there could be an accusation that, oh, he verbally assaulted me, and then all the bank employees backing her up, and then I just really, I'm up the paddle without, I'm up the creek without a paddle, guys. So it's the whole thing, like, you always got to remain professional. Oh, and at this point, guys, I had not slept well. I'd done 111 push-ups. I biked to work. I'm standing for 7.5 hours, and then I wanted to attend night yoga practice, and then I also wanted to go for drinks the following night because I already made plans for that because, hey, it's the weekend. It's Friday, guys. So I wanted to get out there and do stuff. But of course, my mental state was not very good at this point, guys. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys that I actually text my manager just to say, hey, I was released 15 minutes early because I don't want any attempts to say I left the work site early or any things like that. And also I got a call that I did not log in the morning when I know very well that I did. So they're not logging me in the morning, guys. So that's another interesting situation that I'm not quite sure why that's going down. So, so let's fast forward now to Friday. Saturday. So I'm just trying to collect my thoughts, guys, because I've been doing this like for the last 2 days, and it's just like very interesting to me. So waking up after 6-ish hours of sleep, doing yoga, cooking breakfast, leaves me to the point that I'm tired. But oh yeah, shit. I forgot what I did on Saturday, guys. I apologize. So Saturday, I wake up, have breakfast, I go for a driver's lesson, I talk to my parents, and then I go for a night adventure on Saturday, walking downtown, soaking in the things, doing maybe a few different things that I want to elaborate on this video because I don't want anything to be used against me if this were to get in the wrong hands. But anyways, I had a really great night. So now we'll fast forward to Sunday. So waking up after 6 hours of sleep, doing yoga, cooking, breakfast, leads into this point. I am tired but wide awake on what I did. I was laying on my couch and laying on my couch and thinking, oh shit, I better get my adrenaline thing done. But at no point, guys, have I laid on my couch and started crying and saying, I'm a victim. What I alluded to when I talked about the Rich Swan thing, like, shit is going to happen to you nonstop, guys. What is the phrase? Life is like 90% what happens to you and 10% how you respond, or maybe it's the opposite way. But it's all about your response, guys, because not a lot of people respond well when they're hit with negativity. They always say, oh, why is this happening to me? Meh, meh, meh. And they're just going to find the randomest reason to get you fired or kicked out or any reason of that sort, guys. So, like, you just always gotta, like, go forward with your life and always be excited about your life. So, as a result of all the action I took, I found out that you can skydive, I believe, in Jackson, Michigan, and for $400, which I'm totally all in for, guys, because I do not fear death, and I'd be like, that sounds amazing. So it just elaborates my point on adrenaline junkie. So now, with all that being expelled from my system, guys, I'll just give you a quick Google run through of what Google Science thinks about adrenaline. So it is provided by the adrenal glands in neurons in the medulla oblongata. It is a neurotransmitter that works with visceral functions. Its formula is C9H13NO3. Duration, a few minutes, or in my case, guys, a few days, because I am still going and still humped up. I'm kind of excited about tomorrow. I'll see if they contact me. Maybe I'll contact them around noon tomorrow, but I'll just show the same amount of professionalism I always show. I don't burn bridges or anything of that resort, guys. So onset, rapid. It's rapid. So like when stuff happens to me, obviously you get into your fight or flight simulation, which is caused by increasing blood flow to the muscles, output of the heart, pupil dilation, response, and blood sugar increase. It does this by binding alpha and beta receptors. The founder of Adrenalin was Napoleon Cybulski, a Polish physicist. So yeah, guys, that is my video on Adrenalin. And also, I just noticed I've been going for over 20 minutes. So I got a new record, guys. Like, maybe I'll get up to like half an hour with some of these videos if I get even more intense situations. And then I can just expel it even further. And I can let the entire public see it. And I just expel stuff, guys. So yeah, that'll wrap up video 57. And I'm just very excited to expel that. And so on Wednesday, maybe I'll get to actually have a good sleep, because we will be talking about the sleep hormone melatonin, which I actually have a sleep coach called Vulcan Jordan who actually studies this in depth. So after I finish the video, I'll probably send him a copy and just get his approval and see what he thinks on the topic. But anyways, guys, after 21 minutes of talking this out, I've got to go, I think, vacuum my apartment, take out my contacts, because I often sleep in my contacts. I had some white ooze coming out of my eye, but that didn't stop me. And then I also got hit in the head with a branch when I was biking home on Friday. But like, nothing really stops me, guys, because like I said, Lord Jesus will take me to new heights, and I'm the most in-depth believer, and that's what I do, guys. Like, make me a believer, like that song always goes, guys, like just non-stop. So until then, guys, I'm just gonna say Kaizen, baby. Ow! Just howl like a wolf, guys. You guys are all beasts, and I'll look forward to seeing you in video 58, all about melatonin. And yes, I'm wasting time just so I can get to 22 minutes and past that. Okay, bye, guys.